EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Cleveland Browns. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Cleveland. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Down. 10 cycles.
Thompson Robinson throwing right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing, Thompson Robinson. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. First and 10, Thompson Robinson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second down, Thompson Robinson now. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass. The impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff. Try to impress your locker room. And most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
2nd down. Here's Strong once more. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. This is taken at the 10. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Faking the handoff, Howell. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, hut.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And still fighting. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's Thompson Robinson again on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Thompson Robinson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive will start with an option going left. 17-0 our score after one.
The score, Commanders 17, Browns nothing.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Brissett to throw on first. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Hey, check. Middle. Go.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, check. Go.
Brissett on first down. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Rodriguez now on second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Rodriguez. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. A credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
But obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Byron Pringle, 34 yards. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Watson. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. If they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, here's Chubb again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Draw play to Ford. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Hey, kill. Go.
They go play action with Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And now a run with Rodriguez. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Brissett. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And he picked up another first down there.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Brissett's throw into the hands of Turner. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Brissett going to move him around here. They'll run here with Rodriguez. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. He's got room to roam, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the gun, here's Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Got it. Go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Sort of interesting going with the draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Chris Rodriguez punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Rodriguez on the option. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rodriguez. And he gets it down to the 32.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah on the tackle.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rodriguez. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Oh, he fakes the spike. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
113 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Rodriguez. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.
We're 19. We're good.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is,